Hello everybody! Welcome to the cave. I'm Sarah from Sarah Bear's Creative Cave, a place where we crochet and knit and macrame and bead weave and talk about life and my mental health and just my dog Rupert and just everything in general. Lots of crafty stuff because I get bored, so I like to do lots of stuff. If you're new here, welcome. If you like my vibe, feel free to subscribe. Make sure you click the little bell so you get all the notifications when I upload new stuff. And if you're returning and you've seen a couple of my videos, thanks for being an awesome cave person. So behind me, over there, that's Jack, and there are, Jack, how many days? 13 days till Christmas. What? And I was going to do a video from my laptop, but then I couldn't show you all the stuff that I wanted to on my tree, and I didn't want to walk around with my laptop like a weirdo. So most of you have seen my tree, and maybe you'll recognize this little gem. I'm not a big fan of angels on top of the tree. I'm not a super religious person, and that's as far as I talk about religion. So I decided to put my knitted elf hat up there because I thought it was a cute little tree topper. Woo, that was apparently a mouthful. And over here we have, yes, is Mommy talking? He's looking at me like, what are you doing? This is, isn't it cute? Okay, now Rupert is not a Scotty dog, but I've loved the little Scotty dogs since I was little myself. They're just super cute. And it has his name on it, so I bought that a couple of years ago. Rupert's going to be 3 in February. How did that happen? And that's one of the other special ornaments that we have on the tree. And one year, the kids got this for my husband, if I can, there we go. It's got fishing line holding it up. And if I can get it without, oh, right there. Number 1 dad. So that is one that my husband sticks on the tree every year. And I think those are it for like the majority of the special ornaments. And my oldest, which is my stepson, Cody, Greg's son, there is this little bear that he really loves. And usually he puts it on the tree, but he is not here this year. He's alive, don't worry, he's just not with us this year. And if you hear horking in the background, my dog apparently decided to eat way too fast for the food in his dish. And so we're going to walk back over to my very unsuper crocheted crafted spot. I have yarn, well, Kleenex, Stanley cups, and a couple of hats, depending on what I'm doing or where I'm going. Sorry, you guys are all over the place. So what I'm working on today, I don't have any finished objects, but we're going to supper with my in-laws tomorrow. It is my mother-in-law's birthday. Well, it was yesterday. I did call her and wish her a happy birthday. But we already gave her her present. We'll give her her card tomorrow. So I get to go out for supper to a local restaurant called Foster Jane's, which I'm pretty excited about because it's my first time eating there. But I know the owner's sister really well. She's amazing. And I know they're very good cooks because the owner, well, one of the owners, no, the owner was the chef at another local restaurant. And he was just so good, he decided to open his own place. And that place gets rave reviews. And they're perfectly located like in a hotel. So like awesome. So but this, I can see. Look how fuzzy. It's so cute. I am making a snowy owl. And I am just looking it up. It's the Knit Snowy Owl ornament from Just Crafty Enough. And it was from an advent calendar project back in 2014. It is week number 9. So if you go to justcraftyenough.com, you will be able to look up week 9 advent calendar project. And I don't know the person's name. Maybe it says at the bottom. I'll scroll all the way down. Kathy Lewinsky. I found it! So yeah, apparently I need to just have my computer in front of me every time I'm making a thing. So this, I didn't say this, I just remembered. Today is Vlogmas day 12. I had to look at the date on my computer because I couldn't remember what day I was on. So this, I'm on row, this is row 10 of row 23. So it's just going to be a little guy. But look how fuzzy. This is some merino yarn that I got in a Reddit Gifts yarn exchange one year. And it was just a little ball that I had left. And they called for a fuzzy yarn, and I said, ooh, this would be perfect, because I just had a little bit left. I made an ear warmer that I gifted to somebody. And I was like, what am I going to do with like a small amount, like a half a skein? Maybe a 50-gram skein-ish, give or take. I don't know. So we're making little snowy owls. And it's going to be so cute. And if you're wondering, this is a size 2 DPN. And you can tell by my fingers, they're not very big. They are a US size 2 or a 2.75 millimeter. Yes, so that's what I'm working with right now. So I'm about halfway done. It's taken me probably longer than it will once I make one or two, just because I have to like really read the stitches and stuff and pay attention. But I'm getting smart because I'm highlighting the section of the row that I'm working on. That's the amount of stitches that I have on that needle so that I don't screw it up. So I'm only working on the little highlighted section at a time, which is going to be helpful when I get up to more stitches. But I'm doing a new stitch that I never did, which is a KFB, which is knit through the front of the loop and through the back of the loop at the same time. Well, okay, first through the front and then through the back. But, yeah, I'm pretty excited. Doesn't look too terrible. I'm not getting a whole lot of laddering, which is like in here. Get my face out of the way. Maybe it'll focus on that. Whoops. Put it in the camera view, dum. So yeah, this section here between the needles, they call it laddering because sometimes if your tension is off or you don't have your needles close enough, it looks like your stitches are stretched out, so it looks like little rungs of a ladder. Maybe it's just the nature of the fuzziness of the yarn. I don't know. But as I'm knitting up this little owl, I'm like, ooh, I dye yarn now. I wonder if I will dye the rest of the skein of yarn that's left over. I might knit a few of the little snowy owl ornaments first, and then maybe dye it up, and I don't know. Maybe not. I might try doing some kind of like a funky brown speckly and doing like different colored owls. That's possible. It calls for safety eyes, which I don't have. Can't get here because the one store we have where I live is Walmart, and my Walmart sucks a lot. Anyways, so I don't have safety eyes, so I'll probably just do a French knot for the eyes. And I'll just embroider the beak. It calls for embroidery thread. And I was going to use some yarn, some black yarn that I got at the dollar store. We have a Dollar Tree here, and this is where I got it. And it's like a 3-strand yarn. So I was trying to separate it, but just reach over here. This is what happened. It came apart. So when I pulled the 3 strands apart, I tried to pull just one out because I was going to use just one. And of course now I won't do it because I'm trying to do it on hand. Yeah, anyways, so it pulls apart really easily. So it's all fluffy. So I can't do that. Because you're supposed to use 2 or 3 strands of the embroidery floss with the yarn to make the wings because they have like that little flecked wing. So I might just break down and use the embroidery floss from the cross stitch that I'm working on, because I can always get more black. It's just for outlining, so it's not a big deal. So that's what I'm doing today. What else did I do today? It is right now 4:16 p.m. Today, my husband texted me on his morning break. We usually text every day on his break, so he has a break at like 10, at 12, and at 3. Just like, hey, how's it going? How are you? Is it busy? What's up? How are you feeling? That kind of stuff. You know, just generic everyday stuff. But today he texted me and said, do you want to have a date with me on my lunch break? And I said, duh. No, actually I said yes, but I was thinking, well, duh. So I got Rupert all jazzed up in his Santa coat, and I put on my hat, and off we went for a little walk, and we met up and went to the Timmy's. And yes, well, I guess I could show you the fun part. Look at the snowman. He looks like, I have coffee. Ah, I'm so excited. But how cute is that? I got the candy cane white hot chocolate. It's so yummy. And then when I got home, I went to feed the dog because he was hungry and totally forgot that I had it because I had put it down on the table. And my brain just remembers when it feels like it. Rarely, we know this. So I turned back on the coffee pot and let it warm up. And as I'm drinking a coffee, that's great. Go to get the second cup. And on my way back, I noticed my hot chocolate is sitting on the kitchen table. I was like, oh, I totally forgot about you. So I'm drinking cold hot chocolate. And it tastes really good. Sugar. So yeah, we met up. I forgot to bring the dog's card. I have a card for him because he's my emotional support animal for my anxiety. I forgot to bring it, so I couldn't bring him in with me. So Greg went in and got the coffees or the drinks and came back out. And it was really not too bad of a day today. It was nice in the sun. So we stood by a snowbank in the parking lot and had a chat and had our drink. And then he had to go back to work. And then we came home. Super unromantic to lots of people, but I thought it was really sweet. He wanted to kind of hang out with me on his lunch break, so that was nice. And then I decided, because I hadn't eaten all day, pardon me, I'm just kind of wandering all around. I was hungry, so let's see if you can you see? Hold it. There it is. Woo! The yellow bits are not corn, it's lentils, because I don't have peas. And usually I put peas in my tuna casserole. It's a tuna casserole kind of day. So I have my gluten-free noodles with my mushroom soup, gluten-free mushroom soup. Because mushroom soup has flour in it, a lot of them, because that's what it uses. Take two. That's what most companies use to thicken stuff. So anything that like as a sauce or a gravy, anything like that, 95% or more contain flour. So I'm kind of limited there. Need to learn how to make my own cream of mushroom soup, and then I can just portion it in jars and can it, and then I'll have it whenever I want, and then I'll know what's in it, and there won't be any preservatives. Someday I'll get around to it. So yeah, I'm just hanging out on the couch today. There's my little corner. Not too bad. Got my coffee over there. And my super messy printer, which I still can't get to work. Which is really bumming me out because I really wanted to be able to print stuff on it for Christmas. So I don't know what I'm gonna have to do something. I might have to call the company and be like, I can't make this stupid thing work. And it worked fine at the last place. It's been, gosh, over a year and a half. And I still can't get the dang thing to work. So, yeah. So I'm just sitting here having a little bite to eat. And working on the Snowy Owl. And I was considering turning on a Christmas movie. I tend to not put the TV on most days. I find too much noise or too many devices on gives me headaches and stuff. Just the constant noise and buzz of electronics and stuff bothers me sometimes. But I'm considering putting on a Christmas movie because Snowy Owl and it's fuzzy and it makes me think of snow and Christmas. So that's what I'm doing. But I figured I'd jump on here and talk to you guys, see how you're doing. Yesterday I got cut off because I have an app on my phone that reminds me to take my pills or my medication, or because I have sinus issues, I have to do nasal rinse like twice a day. And so I got cut off because my app was telling me it's time to take your stupid thing. Okay, I didn't write in there a stupid thing, but I'm like, ah! And I don't know how to like edit 2 videos together because I can't do it from my phone. And I'm like, well, we're just going to leave it like that. So I was telling you guys yesterday, don't give up, keep trying, and you're awesome. And then I was going to say bye. So there wasn't a whole lot that you missed. Just mid-sentence and the end. So today that won't happen because I made sure to do a video before I would get a notification like that. Because even when my phone is on Do Not Disturb, apparently my app doesn't care. If anybody wants to know what it's called MediSafe. You can input your doctor's information, the email, like your email, if you can send emails to your doctor. Okay, how many times can I say email in a sentence? Apparently a lot. Email. Or you don't have to, but you input your pill name, your medication type, like if it's pill, the size of the pill, like 50 milligrams, 100 milligrams, whatever. The shape and the color of your medication. And then you put what time you're supposed to take it, how often that occurs. So even if you have say like you're going through a cycle of antibiotics because you have a flu or an infection or whatever, you can even put that in there and then it'll just stop when the medication's done. You can even input how much of the medication you have and get your app to remind you when it's time to refill and at what point you want them to remind you to refill it, which is good. You can add a buddy. I have my husband on there. So if I don't take my medication, my husband gets a notification saying, this person missed their medication. You might want to check and make sure they're okay. Which he gets every day because I forget to say that I took my medication because I'm busy doing stuff. So for like the first 2 weeks, he'd text me every day, like, how's it going? Did you remember to take your meds? I just got a notification. Now he's just like, wait till he comes home. Did you take your meds today? Yes, I did. So anyways, that's that. Yeah, that's all I have today. Just kind of an easy day. Slept till like 9 o'clock. Got up, had a coffee. Deleted a bunch of groups that I was in, or left a bunch of groups I was in on Facebook because apparently there was like a bazillion of them. Facebook has changed, oh shock, once again. And I was only getting highlights from every single group I was in. So like all my important ones, I wasn't getting all the notifications for stuff. Super frustrating. So I had to go individually to each group and say, no, I want all the notifications from them. Like my proper pineapple and my secret yarnery and creative grandma and all that stuff. And my own group called Welcome to the Cave. So if you want to join that, go for it. Yeah. So I'm just going to go. I'm going to eat because it's going to get cold and I don't want to eat cold tuna casserole. So thanks for hanging out, and I hope you guys come back and see what randomness I have for you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday. Gonna be a busy day tomorrow because excuse me. We're doing kits tomorrow. It's the hygiene kits that I do with Hope Comfort Kits and Community Outreach. You guys, if you've watched previous videos, have heard me talk about Julia and Hope. And it's a biggie because we have to make kits for our outreach in January because the place where her storage is that we make the kits is closed over Christmas. So this will be the last time we get there until like in January. So you have to make like 60 kits for the outreach. Plus you have to make a bunch of kits for the thing we're doing at the shelter for Christmas. And it's kind of, we forgot about it till like 2 days ago and we're like, oh my gosh. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow in the morning. So I probably won't do my Vlogmas again until like later in the day, which is okay because then I've actually done something and I don't just have to film myself making breakfast so you guys have something to watch. So yeah. So I'm going to go, like I said, going to eat. I got to go. I'm talking and blah, blah, blah. You guys are tired of listening to me, blah, blah, blah. I love you. You guys are awesome. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all of you. I hope you're having a good crafty day. And let me know in the comments what you guys are working on right now. I'd love to know. I might even find some more gifty ideas for myself. Well, for me to make to give to people. Have an awesome day and stay crafty.